Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and safe. Today we have to start our new chapter, The Arrival of Muslim in South Asia. In this chapter, we will study that how the Muslims were arrived in South Asia, how the dynasties were formed. Let's start the reading.
In the 7th century, Arab ships going to Lanka, now Sri Lanka, for trade passed along the coasts of Makran and Sindh. Trade. Trade means selling and buying of goods and services. Coast. Coast means the land which is near to sea. Often pirates operating out of Sindh coast would loot the Arab ships passing along the coast. Sindh and southern Punjab in those days was ruled by Raja Dahir, a Brahman, highest Hindu caste. During these times, the ruler of Lanka once sent a shipload of presents to the Caliph in Baghdad. The ship was also carrying families of Muslim merchants who had died in Lanka. Merchants. Merchant means a person who involved in wholesale trade. The pirates looted that ships at Dibal, a place near Karachi, kidnapped women and children and made them their slaves. Slaves means forced to do work.
In the 7th century, there was a rule of Raja Dahir, who was a Brahman. In his rule, the Arab ship was passing from the sea going to Lanka. What is Lanka? Lanka is a place which we now know as Sri Lanka. During this period, the ruler sent a shipload in Baghdad. The ship was carrying Muslim merchants who died in Lanka. The pirates looted that ship in Dibal and kidnapped many women and children and forced them to do work.
Muhammad bin Qasim. Al-Hajjaj bin Yusuf, a governor of Iraq appointed by the Muslim Caliph of the time, Walid bin Abdul Malik, sent a letter to Raja Dahir against him to take action against the pirates and get the prisoners released. Pirates. Pirates means a person who attacks and robs ships at sea. Prisoners. Prisoner means the person who were trapped by a situation. Raja Dahir replied that he has no command over the pirates. Hajjaj bin Yusuf was left with no choice but to order a military expedition. He sent a small military force with his 17-year-old nephew Muhammad bin Qasim as the commander to rescue the Muslims. Muhammad bin Qasim came through Persia across Makran and into Sindh. He defeated Raja Dahir and freed the prisoners from Dibal. He then advanced northwards, conquered Multan and all the land in between. Defeated means have been beaten in a battle. Defeated. In those times, the concept of independent countries like India, Pakistan was not there. There were no physical boundaries. Invaders used to conquer lands and establish their rule. Invaders. Invaders means attackers. They would build forts with high walls to defend themselves against the invading armies. When a ruler would die, his son or other members of the family would succeed. Succeed means successful. They were successful. This concept of rule of one family is called dynasty. In this lesson, we will study various Muslim dynasties that have ruled in India. Dynasty. Dynasty means a succession of people from the same family who play a prominent role.
Al-Hajjaj bin Yusuf was a governor of Iraq in the time of Walid bin Abdul Malik. He sent a letter to Raja Dahir to take action against pirates, but he refused the letter. So Al-Hajjaj bin Yusuf ordered a military with his 16-year nephew Muhammad bin Qasim. He came from Persia and defeated Raja Dahir and released the prisoners. In those days, there was no concept of independent countries like India, Pakistan. The soldiers take control on lands and make their own rule to save from armies. Dynasty. What is dynasty? When a ruler would die, his son or other family member would succeed. This concept is known as dynasty. Further, we study various Muslim dynasties that have ruled in India.
Ghaznavi dynasty. Subuktin. In the 9th century, the regions on the present-day eastern Afghanistan were also the eastern frontiers of the Islamic world. Frontiers means a line or border separating two countries. Regions beyond this point, such as Kabul, Peshawar, and Punjab, were ruled by Hindu Rajas. Their kingdom was called Hindu Shahi. In 1962, a Turkish commander called Alptigin was able to capture the city of Ghaznavi, a city near Kabul, and became its ruler. Alptigin's slave commander and son-in-law Supukdin succeeded the throne after his death. Since these cities were adjacent to Hindu Shahi, its ruler King Japal felt uneasy because of the presence of mighty Muslim Turk. He attacked Supukdin in 1986 with an army of 100,000 soldiers. He was defeated and agreed to pay tribute each year. He failed to make his payments and once again attacked Supukdin in 1991. This time, he gathered an even larger army due to the help of other Hindu kings of Hindu Shahi. Once again, he was defeated. With his defeat, Ghaznavi kingdom extended to Jalalabad and Kabul. Supukdin died in 1997 due to illness.
Ghaznavi dynasty. In the 9th century, Supukdin ruled in the region of Afghanistan. There were also a ruled of Hindu Raja in Kabul, Peshawar. Their kingdom were called Hindu Shahi. But in 1962, Alptigin, a Turkish commander who was the son-in-law of Supukdin, who wanted to become a ruler of Ghaznavi, a city near Kabul. So the King Jaipal, who already ruled in these cities, feel uneasy from Muslim Turks. So he attacked Supukdin in 1986 with an army of 100,000 soldiers. They failed to make promises, so again attacked it with large army. Due to their defeat, the Ghaznavi kingdom moved from Jalalabad and Kabul, and in these days Supukdin died due to illness.
Mahmud of Ghaznavi. After the demise of Supukdin, demise means a person's death. Mahmud of Ghaznavi, the son of Supukdin, ascended to the throne. Ascendant means go up or climb. Once again, Jaipal attacked Peshawar. Once again, his army, which was superior means high in rank or quality, both in equipment and numbers, could not stand the Muslims. After Jaipal, his son Anandpal followed the footsteps of his father in fighting Muslims, but Mahmud defeated him as well. His major defeat took place in a battle at Chachah in Punjab. Mahmud then advanced to the mainlands of Punjab and captured Multan and Lahore. He then raided several other places and destroyed the temples and idols. Raided means quickly take something. He collected large booties in all such raid. Booty is a woman's soft shoe. Hindus could not stand Mahmud at any front and were scattered all over. Scattered means disorganized. The most famous of his victory came when he invaded Somnath on the coast of Kathiawar in Gujarat. and destroyed its famous temple. He carried back 6.5 tons of gold, which was hidden in the temple's main idol. Mahmud died in 1030. Ghaznavi was ruled by his successor for 157 years. Mahmud of Ghaznavi, a son of Supuktin. In his rule, Jaipal again attacked at Peshawar with his superior equipments, and the Muslims could not stand. After the death of Jaipal, his son Anandpal followed his father, but Mahmud of Ghaznavi defeated him. His major defeat was in the Battle of Punjab at Chach. Mahmud then went to major lands of Punjab, Lahore, and destroyed all the temples. Hindus could not stand in front of Mahmud, and they all were disorganized. Mahmud's famous victory was that when he destroyed the famous Somnath temple in Gujarat and carried back 6.5 gold of tons. Today's lecture is completed and the homework is given. Now this is your homework. Make a creative title page of this chapter in your copy and write down these two questions in your copy using your pencil and your blue color.